Today I'm coming back with a video that is going to show you proof what you can grow in, like nature, with no soil, just matter around your yard or somebody else's yard. But you're going to see the living proof. No soil, no money, no time, no effort, no nothing. And you end up with tons of food. What a beautiful summer morning. As the birds are screaming in the sky. This is my favorite garden, but we're not going to talk about this today. Though it does pertain to it, it's not about my garden. This is the chair garden. It's not that old. It's only a few years old, but look at this. Still going strong. Totes are doing great. Off the ground. The rabbits don't get to it. Even the squirrels don't bother it. But let's talk about something else. Hopefully you remember and saw the couple videos that Gary put together on building these compost bins. Why? It doesn't cost much. All he needs is to gather the wire, put it in a circle, clip it up with its own wire. You have to watch the video how he did it. And then he lines it with cardboard that we get from, let's say, having dog food shipped in or whatever. Whatever is being shipped here comes in cardboard boxes. Now, I don't compost a lot of cardboard, and I've talked about that because I don't know what's in it. They've treated it with something so it won't get silverfish and who knows what in the cardboard. And I have noticed that when I bury cardboard and I go back in the totes, the cardboard a lot of times is still there. Why? Because the microbes won't eat it. And if the microbes won't eat it and the earthworms don't want to eat it, then some, not all, but some of the cardboard has something in it. Toilet paper rolls, boy, they break down fast. Bury one and it will be gone in a week or two. But some cardboard doesn't. But let's talk about something else again. I want to talk about this because this is kind of like what happened. You saw him build it. You saw him fill it. Now, what he says he does with it is he puts the cardboard, if you watch, all the way to the top. Then he goes around and see all the weeds back there. Everything is drying up. Though I'm leaving a little bit like this for the hummingbirds because they make nests out of it. And some of the birds eat the seeds, of course. He fills it up. And then later on, about a year later, he goes back and then he uses it to fill his totes or whatever he wants to do with it. In other words, he's made free soil. There's no soil in there ever added to these bins, except for the soil when you pull a plant out. So if I was going to grab this plant, I don't know if I can, let's try. Okay, no, but that one's too big. But when you go pull a plant out, let's try this. This is a good example here. What? Okay, you can't really see it on this, but sometimes there's soil stuck to the roots. So when you pull it out and throw it in there, that's the only soil that's going to go in there. And as you saw, very little was on there. So what he does, like I said, he goes back and he moves it and he uses it. It looks fantastic. It looks like something you bought, if not better. It smells good. Well, let me tell you about this one. He set this up last year, or not even a year. He set it up in the fall and into winter. It's one of the newest ones he set up. Wrapped it in cardboard, and then this spring he came back because the weeds were all the way to the top. I mean, they were bulging out way up, a big mound, and it collapsed. Now, why does it collapse? Because the microbes got in there. Forget the earthworms right now. They broke it down, and everything compacted into soil. I can't even get in there, and we'll talk about that in a minute. He said to me when he did it, come spring, you'll be able to use that and put it in your totes as you're setting them up, which is true, but I never did. Because what happened was my truck bed here was full of Swiss chard, as you can see the seeds, and the seeds in the middle of spring started to fall, and it went inside this container. Now, there might have been some that I cleared away and just grabbed the stuff up and threw it in there, but regardless, however way those seeds got in there, what's fascinating is those are the only things that grew. I don't even have weeds in here. Let's see. Do I have any weeds? Nope, that's coming from the outside. That's there. I have a beautiful field of Swiss chard here, both green and then the ones that are multicolored. It goes all the way down. The soil now goes to around here, and I'm going to call it soil. It's Mother Nature's soil. Some of you call it compost. That's fine. Let me tell you something. I've been harvesting off this every day. I want to make eggs, stir fry, salad, whatever I want. I come in here, I make spinach patties in quotes because I don't have spinach, so I use Swiss chard instead, especially young baby Swiss chard. This is beautiful. I grab it, I eat it. It is perfect. Look what's grown without me doing anything. By simply blowing in here or dropping some pieces on top, whatever happened, it grew an entire field of Swiss chard. Do you know that if I went to the store to buy it, you're talking probably hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because as I chop it, it continues to grow back. I'm not going to do anything with this. I'm going to continue to let it do its thing. I'm not going to change it up. And eventually, if it dies back, because I'm not going to let it go to seed. I don't want it to do that. Though it's beautiful, the more I cut it, and sometimes I come through with the scissors and I cut it. Sometimes I go through and I grab it. Sometimes I'm a little more particular and reach all the way down to the base and snap off the side. Whatever, I'm going to leave it and let it do its thing. I have already been just taking Swiss chard off of that for weeks already. And you think about that, organic Swiss chard, a bunch. What does it cost? $3, $4, $5? It didn't cost me anything. Not only did it not cost me anything, I didn't have to do anything but maybe hit it with a hose. In other words, give it a little water. Now, why would I give it water? Like I tell you, if you're setting up a tote, and even, bear with me, they're working on the house there. Even if you have nothing growing in there, what you want to do is water it, because you want to keep your microbes, your earthworms, or whatever is in there alive. And so I just water it and it did its thing. So basically what this is today is go back and watch the videos of what Gary did and how he put them together. They cost next to nothing. He said maybe $10. If you've got another way of doing it, you could do it with any wire. It doesn't matter. This was probably the cheapest. Sometimes he even has this around for different reasons. But go watch the two videos, either one. And then if you've got an area in your yard that you want to clear weeds or dead plants or anything out, just roll it with free cardboard. Hey, you don't have cardboard, put newspaper in there. And then nobody's reading newspapers anymore. Line it with junk mail, whatever you want. As you notice, the cardboard didn't break down. That's what I said. It doesn't break down. And then what you're going to be able to do is grow what you want. You could just throw seeds in there. I could have grown a zucchini in there. Gee, I could have put a bunch of corn seeds in there and had corn stalks coming up. But what did I do? What did I do? Nothing. And nothing is the best way for me to garden. I just let the seeds fall, do their thing, and now I reap the benefits by having fresh greens, organic, every day, in no soil other than what came off the roots of the plants, and is broken down into the most beautiful little patch of vegetables that I could possibly want or ask for without doing any work or money. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I gave you a little spark of thought, because you could do this in a tote as well. It doesn't have to be this way. Just remember, as you're cleaning, you put everything somewhere, water it. Please water. If you don't water it, it's not alive. Water is life, and you'll be able to grow just like I did for nothing, including no work. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. You know, I think I'm going to grab some. Let's make some eggs this morning, because let me tell you something. Zoe loves it too. And what happens when I pick it? It just keeps on growing. Beautiful.